Thank you so much again for Eddie Bolton, everyone. I gotta tell you, sir, you were right. Success does not shoot out of this thing. I know I'm living proof from my family's heritage. It's crazy. I'm so glad to be with you guys. I was worried I was gonna be late for the show. I jumped in the shower real quick, had like 15 minutes. And you know, all us guys do the same thing when we get in the shower, we only have like 10 or 15 minutes. We played a shower game. We turned on the water a little bit hotter than you usually do in order to make your ass move faster, right? Like, it worked. Now I gotta go to the doctor tomorrow and explain why I have third-degree burns on my 4-inch dick. That's gonna suck. Barring that, thanks to the 4 guys in the front row. They're like, oh, I feel your pain. That's awesome. I had an apartment. I lost it a couple of months ago. The thing is that I talked to my parents about this. It's like, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I got to find a new place to live. My mom's like, you can come back and live with us at the bar. I lived with my parents since I was 14. And my parents were telling me that I should come back and live with them. I was like, I don't feel like living with you. You'll have a 1-room house. This is going to be horrible. And she's like, no, you can live above the garage. I'm like, well, you took all, that's not really renovated for a living room type situation. I can't even like stand up there. I don't like this idea. She's like, fine, you can move in the horse barn. I was like, you don't even have horses. Why do you have a horse barn? This is horrible, and there's no electricity out there. I don't like this. And she's like, oh, well, fine, then don't move out here. And then, in the same breath, she told me that the dog got into something out in the back field. She had to give the dog a bath in the whirlpool. That's how much my parents love me, folks. My mom loves me as much as AIDS loves Africa. That's where that goes. Yeah, we're getting dark tonight. There's a lot of talk about alcoholism tonight. Tell you what, if you're going to be an alcoholic like me, try to be the funny one, because no one sends a funny one to rehab. That's the goal. That's why we're all here. I will say though, talking a lot about politics tonight, and everyone's just saying that it's a horrible election, and I agree. I had a political surveyist call me, and they said, I want to get your thoughts on this presidential election. I said, go ahead. They said, all right, did you watch the Republican National Convention? I said, yes, I did. Like, will you support the Republican presidential candidate? I said, no, I will not. They said, okay, well, will you watch the Democratic National Convention? I said, yes, I will. Like, will you support the Democratic presidential nominee? I said, no, I won't. Like, okay. I said, man, I'll tell you what, right now, we'll save each other a lot of time. I would rather watch a KKK convention. I said, not because I believe what they believe, but it is refreshing to see someone at the podium that believes their own shit. She said, I don't have a box for that. I said, you're going to get a lot more of that. She said, we're done with the survey. I love comedy. I love doing a lot of different places. I had the good fortune of being down in Chicago one time. I was talking to this black guy sitting at a bar after a show, and he goes, you do comedy? I said, yeah. And he goes, you do it just in bars? I said, well, I've done everything from bars, nightclubs, hell, I've even done banks, libraries, churches. We even did a nudist camp once. That was interesting. And he goes, well, and he's like, do you guys do gay clubs? I said, yeah, we do. He goes, I can never do that. I can't support that kind of lifestyle. I can't support the choice. I said, oh, they must have made the choice to be gay when you chose to be black. He said, I didn't choose to be black. I said, yeah, you chose to be black at one point because you used to be white. He goes, hell, I was never white. What are you talking about? I said, have you ever seen The Color of Cum? He left. I feel like I won that one. I'm so desperate with my dating that I feel like the only way that I'm ever gonna have an orgy in life is if I meet a girl with a personality disorder. That's it. Meet a girl with multiple personalities. That's the only way I'm gonna have an orgy. It's crazy. I have a lot of ex-girlfriends though. I have 2 types of ex-girlfriends. I had the type of ex-girlfriend that were a lot like going to McDonald's. Going to McDonald's, you roll up on the drive-thru, you see that quarter pounder with cheese, it looks fucking delicious, it looks magical. You order it. You get home, it looks nothing like the menu. That's a lot like my ex-girlfriends, folks. Just cheap, greasy, and supersized. I also had the ex-girlfriends that were in the other category. Bacon. A little bit fattier than I'd like to have had, but still overall pretty tasty. It's crazy. It's gonna be a good night. I will say though, I've done this online dating in order to go ahead and find a new mate. God, that's horrible. Met this girl off of POF, because free dating websites mean that you get the perfect amount of people, right? This girl, she said, she was way out of my league. She's beautiful. And she's like, oh, let's meet somewhere. I said, how do I, let's go out for a drink. She goes, no, I don't want to go out for a drink. I don't like going to bars. I don't want you to have alcohol in your system. I said, well, we're going to break up. I can make any girl look like you after 9 Jamesons on the rocks. That's cheaper than paying for your 3 kids. One more before I go out. I will say in my single life, I am starting to hate beautiful single women. Okay, not all of you, just a few of you that come up to me after the show and tell me how manly I look and how rugged I am with my beard. It's fucking pointless. You know why? Because women like you don't take guys out on a date like me. We don't date fat guys. I don't understand why. We know all the best places there are to eat within a 50-mile radius. You and I might be able to go out together. We might end up in the backseat of my Impala sharing a bucket of fried chicken. It's going to be the best fried chicken we've ever had. Beyonce became popular a few years ago. She's like, if you like it, you should put a ring on it. I'm Robert Luigi Parr. I'm telling you right now, if you like it, put an onion ring on it and date a fat guy. Your life is going to change forever. Also, so will your waistband. That's my time. Thank you so much. You're great both, everyone.
Robert Luigi Parr.